What's up, YouTube? It's Jamie Buller here with
Furball and
Kyle.
Anne,
a special guest.
Acidson.
who
Uh,
is
yeah, go on. Who are
I
you?
I am one of the owners of Savagerealms.
So yeah, guys, this is a new series we're
Congrats.
doing at the moment, where we're doing server reviews of all the sort of main top, in our eyes, top 5 servers. So Savage Realms, Legendary Craft, City Craft, basically all the top ones at the moment. And we're in Savage Realms at the moment, me and obviously Anthony and Kyle. But we're really happy to get the owner in a Skype call with us. So
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
So we're going to be doing a sort of a review, a walkthrough review kind of thing. But any sort of queries we have, we'll just sort of pop the question, and you'll be like, "Yo." So in terms of the things we're going to be reviewing, it's going to be the spawn point, because obviously that's the main thing that you first see. What ranks you get and what abilities you get with the rank, and also the prices, because that's one thing that, for example, Legendary Craft, as we already know, are very expensive on. So yeah, and then what plugins they have, what abilities you get as a member, because different servers do give you different abilities as member. And then just a basic overview. I mean, if you've got anything cool you want to show us that we might not have covered at the end, just sort of tell us and we'll put it in, kind of thing.
Absolutely, sounds great.
So to start with, this is the spawn. And yeah, let's go for a walk. I mean,
Yeah,
guys,
welcome to Savagerealms.
comment if you see anything that you
Who's
like.
getting some background?
Yeah, I hear some echoes.
This is the first time spawn, and when you spawn in on the server for the first time, you haven't been here before, you will spawn here. It brings you through your standard, little info and all that stuff here, so you can get a gauge of what the server's about. And then you'll spawn in the member spawn on up there.
Okay, cool.
Which is the one in the little wooden hut, yeah?
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to stop and read all these signs for the video, but when you join this server, do just read them, because they
Yeah.
are useful. I have read them before.
Please read them. You'll save me a lot of time answering questions.
But yeah, so far, very nice spawn. Very eye-catching. You look at it and go, whoa, what the fuck's that? Like, I'm intrigued,
It's
kind of thing.
amazing. Yeah.
Very
Looking
good,
pretty good.
intricate design. I do like. So yeah,
Looks
just
like some time was actually put into it.
yeah, it's not just like a World Edit cuboid made out of diamonds.
This is actually the new spawn too. That's different from 1.0, and it's not finished yet. We have a lot more work to do on it, I think, just to make it look a little bit nicer. But I'm pretty happy with it so far.
It is good. In terms of the dragons, they're really cool. Do you want to just give a shout out to who built them, kind of thing?
The dragons was done by Meepsor, who did an awesome job on them.
I
They
can
are.
definitely see
They are
it.
very good.
He's also one of the admins here, and he does a great job.
So let's walk it through.
Right.
So far, I love what's here so far. I like the fact it's structured. There's nowhere for you to go but the path, if that makes any sense. It's not like you spawn and then you've got
Yeah.
20 directions you can go in. It's
Yep, that was one thing we really try to concentrate on. That it's really easy to navigate.
So I take it these are the prices of the ranks. So
Yep,
it's just-
they're on the left are for the donor things, and these are pretty standard stuff here. It starts out with we try to give all the really good, nice commands like fly and stuff like that early on,
Yeah,
so people can
very
get
early
that,
on.
have a good time with that, and then it does go up to really high-end ones, which we've had a couple people donate for, which is awesome, and it helps the server out a lot. You get stuff like full creative mode, which is something that we've kept from ruining the economy, number one, because the economy is important to us, and it's a pretty insane perk. So we'll probably be, we're in a stage right now where a lot of plugins that we've done are not completely up to date yet, since we're on a dev build of Craft Bucket, and a lot of other plugins aren't. So we'll be adding just extra stuff to those, because we want everyone who donates, since it helps out the server a lot, to be able to have a lot of cool stuff they can do.
I do like this.
Very
In my opinion, the prices are perfect. If I was to change anything, sort of like a criticism, I would make a rank that's like sort of $1 or $2 for literally the people who want to donate, but they don't have like $10 to spare.
Yeah, it's like only a name, really.
And it call it something like literally something as little as like supporter, and they get no different functions. They just get it on their name. If that makes
Yeah,
any
almost
sense.
like just like a tag, basically, almost like a faction tag, right?
Yeah, something like that. That's just sort of trying to think of something to say as positive criticism. So
Other
this
than that,
is
it's very
this is a
good.
bit.
I do like how you
plugins.
guys don't offer admin though. That's very cool because you need to earn it. instead of just buying it right away.
Real quick
People-
here on as far as the staff goes on the server, there is no way to purchase anything for being staff. So if someone wants to come here and have that, sorry, you can play as
No
normal
OP
member,
for sale.
have some perks, but everyone has to go up the same way. You have to apply for a helper. I review the apps, and then we go and get the good people up. You help people out, and then we get you up, going through the ladder system, and the best, end up getting to the top.
When did you guys add the helper rank? Because I saw that's kind of new.
Actually, helpers have been around since August.
Really?
But there's been a little bit of, we've restructured the ranks a little bit here and there.
Yeah. People left, stuff like that.
Do you want to sort of explain how it works? So, like, let's say, for example, today I come on and I say, you know what, I want to be an admin on this server. What have I got to do? How much is it going to cost me? Do you want to
Well, if you join and say, I want to be an admin,
You're not going to get it.
No, I understand what you
Yeah,
mean, but I'm
yeah.
saying, like,
Chances are.
what process do I have to go through to get to there?
The process of it is you go on our forum. We have a little sticky thread there. You apply. We have a little application. You apply to be a helper. I go over those. I promote people to helper usually every Monday, and then you go and get the helper tag. You don't get any special abilities, but what we want you to do is just help out the new people. Go on the forum, post help there, help in game. The people we see doing a good job, we'll go and even give some in-game gold to and stuff, so they can get themselves some nice little things just for being good people. The people that do really good after that, that we see, we go and get them up to junior mod. Junior mod is essentially a chat mod, and those are the people that they can kick people that are doing stuff in chat and stuff like that. After a while, the junior mods, they're doing really well. We get them up to mod. Mod has all the normal mod abilities to take care of dealing with hackers, run events, all that fun stuff. And then the mods that are doing really good, we get them up to the admin rank. And it can be a long process for some, short process for others. Just depends on how good people are doing.
So if you took the perfect individual, how long could they take going from joining on day one to becoming an admin, say?
It really varies. It's not, and to get up to admin, it's not going to be a month. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long process, and it's nothing to be a tedious process. Just we want good people.
It's a trust issue as well, isn't it? You have to trust the people.
It's a trust issue, and you get to know people longer over a longer course of time, and you know how well they're going to do. And we want people who are great, and our admins right now are great.
Well, that's the ranks I think done.
Yep, and we can move on.
Let's check out. So I can assume from these dragons that you're probably running multi-world.
Yes, sir.
And if
guys...
guys...
Can you explain these classes real quick?
Yeah, we should probably explain those real quick.
These are...
Yep, so we have a class-based system, and this is the first introduction that we did with 1.0. You can with in-game gold, which you can also get, I should explain that, by mining for gold ingots obviously and turn those in for economy at chest shops, or you can get it from events. You can get it from doing dungeons. There's just several different ways to get it. So you can be a mage, which has a whole bunch of mage type skills that they can do. Mayor, which can create towns and a couple of little town perks. Archers, pretty explainable. They get extra abilities like lightning strike with arrows. Warrior, which pretty self-explanatory, sword and warrior skills. A lot of the battle type ones are based off the MCMMO skills plus a few extra little things that we toss into it. Engineer, which gets you access to false book commands and a couple other things. Prospector, which is a lot dealing with MCMMO gathering skills and a couple other things that we've been working on and tweaking. And this is, like I said, this is the first tier. We have some other classes planned too, and there's going to be a second tier coming up, and we're constantly trying to expand on these, balance them, add more, and we really tried to add something for the people that want to have a class to go out and PvP or do dungeons or whatever, and then have some classes that for the people that just want to build and make stuff that's cool. So I feel like it's worked very, very well so far. But this is all attainable in game. You don't have to donate or anything like that. If you do, that's fantastic, and you can get a little bit faster. But they're not too hard to get to.
So it's pretty much an upgrade for in-game if you wasn't willing to donate your real money for people, basically.
Well, the donators can also get that, plus their donor thing.
Okay.
But you can everybody has access to this, donor, non-donor, everybody. It's something to work towards, and if you get one class, you want to try another class, you can go and pay some more gold to go and swap over that. It's just all something to work towards. It's completely in game.
Also, yeah, you guys have the voting up too. If you vote every day, you get that 200 coins. I mean, that's like what, 4 days of voting, and you can buy one of those classes. I mean,
exactly. It's not too hard. It's we try to keep it pretty accessible to people, but something that you can't hop on and have it second one. You gotta put in a little bit of time, because that wouldn't be any fun if you didn't have to explore the server a little bit, in my opinion.
No, it works. It works well. I do like that.
Yeah, very, very
flowing
flowing economy.
So in terms of some of these worlds, I don't think we're going every one of them, but just sort of. So this one is a PvP based world, I assume.
Yep, this one is the PvP world. It's fairly. It's not super small, but it's fairly condensed. You can build in some areas of it, but you can't have any protected stuff or anything like that. We have 3 outposts in there. Did you go through that portal there?
Yeah,
we have.
Let's quickly go and have a look.
Sakaido, we have Darkstone, and we have Port Cora.
Yep, and what these do is they'll warp you to one of 3 outposts. We have outposts in different parts of the PvP world. You warp in there, and you can go out and start killing people.
Let's
and
go
then
in Cora real quick. Check it
So,
out.
I'm in a different. This is cool.
Whoa.
So is this all sort of closed off with bedrock, and you have to pretty much sort of like survive in this miniature area, kind of?
Yep, and it's just all PvP going on here. So you spawn in one of these outposts like Port Kara, or there's we got Sakaido and Darkstone, and these you can't mess with them or break anything.
Hey, stop fucking shooting me! What an ass.
And that's what happens in the PvP area.
Yeah.
Someone, would you mind teleporting me back to you, please?
Let me get you back out here.
And I'm dead.
Yeah. Oh, I think this guy has archery. He's shooting me. I'm going in flames.
I think we should leave
That was,
PvP and just go
Jamie.
back. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah.
Let me show you real quick here, though. This middle area is the Obsidian Plains area here, and this is monster spawn here. And for those people looking to get gold, you can come out here and kill some monsters and get some gold from them, because they drop gold. So it's a good way to get gold and a little bit of something extra for the PvPers, since we want everyone to have a good time. But let me go back to spawn, and I'll get you back out of there before you get killed again.
Yeah. Let's see.
But yeah, that's PvP is not for everyone. I personally like PvP, so we try and make sure the PvPers have a good time. But it's nothing that anyone has to do.
Hey, you're not obligated to do, yeah. And so this next world is the Trade Town world, or is it just like a sort of a free build world, just like survival, basically, right?
Yep. Now, if you go on through here, this will take you to our trade town right here, and I can probably get you a better view of it instead of right. It takes you right in the middle of it. You can exit from 4 different ways. Go out, do your normal survival world, build stuff. People have towns and all that around you.
How did you make the wall? How did you make the wall to this area?
Yeah, this is very cool.
Lots and lots of work.
So that wasn't well edited in at all,
Get
no?
a better view, Jamie. I'm going to get you up to me.
Sweet. But that, oh wow, that is an awesome view. But you're telling me that wasn't a world edited in, no?
There was, we did use World Edit, but we went through and did a lot of manual stuff after World Edit in it.
Very
Oh,
cool.
so you did a world edited, pretty much like a sphere, kind of, well, pretty much like a hollow circle.
No, it was each individual part of these mountains was World Edit stuff that we built up there, and then we kind of carved it.
It almost looks like he just like put a bunch of TNT in the middle and just let it explode and made a nice little circle.
That probably would have been faster. It might have been kind of rough, but it would have been faster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is, it's your basic normal world here. Go out from Trade Town, go out
So
anyway.
these shops down here is all the people that donated, right? They actually earn these shops, or is there any way to earn them without?
These shops
donating?
right here are donor shops, and we rebuilt a lot of the server for 1.0. We're gonna for other people and their towns. A lot of people like to create malls and shops there, so you can set up a shop and that, and then we're gonna have some other shops that will go outside of these roads outside of town here. And we want Trade Town not to be super choppy FPS wise for other people, and it's not whatsoever. So it's working well so far.
If you did donate to get a shop here, do you get a lot of customers like do a lot of people come here specifically to buy stuff, or is it only sort of
The people who I've talked to, some of our donors who have shops here, and so far they're making some bank.
good
It's
in-game
a
money?
really good spot to go and sell stuff, and a lot of people coming through. They want to buy a diamond sword or whatever, and it's let's go to that guy's shop, So they're making a lot.
I can see over there a load of bookshelves. I can only assume that's a room designed for getting enchantments on your weapons up in that tree.
Yeah, we might do that. That's another thing that I should point out. As of right now, all the enchantments and potions and stuff on the server, since they are obviously, some of them we feel are kind of imbalanced and we don't want everything to get ruined, so put in that extra work on it. We do it all manually through events and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I won one event today and I got the diamond sword and the diamond plate enchanted. It was very cool.
Yep, and so we do it that way, and it makes it so there's some cool, unique items out there for people. So I kind of like it. We might go ahead and change that a little bit in the future here, as we can go ahead and modify, keep the crazy ones from getting out there as much.
But it works, doesn't it? It works well. Go on
Okay,
in,
well, next
sis.
world.
People like it so far.
Dungeon world.
So yeah, here's the dungeon world, and did I lose you guys?
Nope.
Can you teleport me real quick?
This is Kyle, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're getting there, you're getting there, you're getting
Alright,
there.
thank you.
All right, so
wow.
here's the dungeon world. Right now we have, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dungeons up, and we have 2 or 3 others ready to go up.
It's just going the hardest
Spider,
over here. Might as well.
Let's go ahead and go on a easy
Spider
one. Which
hive.
is one?
Alright. Cavernous
These-
Crypt I actually like a lot. It's sort of like like they
Yeah,
went
you might
Spider
want to TP Jamie. Do us.
Oh, Jamie's gonna die.
Oh yeah.
I will never die.
But yeah, we've got a lot of dungeons that have a different basis to them. Like
Themes,
Cavernous Crypts is a type of parkour dungeon with a jumping course to get to the end. We have some starter dungeons that are very easy just to kind of introduce you to them. We have other dungeons that are just, you got to go through masses of monsters and just different stuff like that. One thing that we don't have quite in yet, but we're trying to work on that I haven't seen anyone else do, which I think is going to be awesome, is we're working on getting boss monsters in each of them that will have different abilities. If you're kind of familiar with Mob Arena and the bosses in that, they're going to be similar to that, and they'll drop all kinds of good loot for people to get to the end of the dungeons, and they kill the boss, get their loot, be happy.
I'm
Sweet.
doing well in this spider cave at the moment. I've not died yet. I'm still
It's never
running.
going to die. It's actually a spider hive is going to, like I
I've just picked up someone. I've got diamond.
You're
Some
gonna
of the-
lose it though.
said, some of the spiders also drop diamonds here.
No, I
the
just
spider
picked up someone's
It's
dead.
kind of a 3-part thing where it starts off easy, gets to medium, and then gets
Yeah,
incredibly
the-
hard.
So
Cave-
is
the
there
cave
any way
spiders
that
just
if I
killed me.
finish the dungeon by myself without like an admin here, there's no way to win like a reward or?
As of once we get the bosses in, it'll be based off
Yeah.
of just that. As of right now, there's no real type of reward in it. We do runs on them. We used to have chests at the end of them, but we wanted to switch over to bosses, and it's been a little bit trickier programming wise than we were anticipating because we wanted them out already, but it's very close to having them in.
I got really far in that spider one, and I picked up a load of guys like dead guys, diamond and gold tools and stuff. And then you hit the bit where it's slow sand and they're cave spiders, poisonous cave spiders, and you just like instant die.
Yep, and that's the medium part. It gets pretty insane at the end, and then once we have the queen in there, it should be awesome. I think.
So where are you guys now? Yeah, there you are. Behind me.
I'm right behind you, Jamie. You want me
just
to
jumped
TP
in
anyone
the-
else? Got you in here?
I need a TP.
I just jumped in the event world.
God, there's so many people in here.
I
Do
know.
you wanna explain what this is in?
I'm gonna need a TP.
Oh, I did
TP.
look at Race right there,
That's
Jamie.
I'll go over.
TP hungover.
There we go.
Hey Jamie,
there you go.
you right there. Look up real quick. Look at that.
Sky, that's the Skyland one.
That's a specific event. So here in the events world, we've got a bunch of different events that are running all the time. We have admins running them a lot, and we have other people running them a lot. If you look to your left here and see these glass cages, these are CTF type events. This weekend we've had 3 or 4 40v40 CTF matches, which were really, really awesome. I enjoyed watching them. To the right there is our racetrack, and they're just long races with obstacles that everyone tries to run through and get to the end, and the person who makes it to the end first, like the first 3 people, get prizes. Up above there is actually one of the racetracks. You got to jump all the way across that, which is a pretty fun one to watch. One thing I wanted to point out too is this is very open here in the entrance of the events world. We kind of pulled it back and we're redesigning it to make it look a little bit better, so it doesn't look great yet, but it'll look really good.
See, I like that. I like that design personally. I like the fact it's open and you don't, as you spawn, you don't feel all sort of compressed and all tight and whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I want it to be spread out a little bit more, but we need to just make it look a little bit nicer, I think. We've got our spleef thing over here. We'll be doing a much bigger spleef area. We've got this little hut here.
Spleef
What's
plugins?
that?
Have you got any spleef plugins?
We've had spleef plugins in the past, but they don't run quite as well as we want. That's another thing that I should probably point out in this video, and these guys can attest to it. This server runs lag-wise as good as any server you've ever seen.
Yeah, this server runs really, really good.
It runs better than any server we've ever seen.
A lot of care into that, so that's part of the reason for that. This hut here, we can automate giving out, bread or iron swords for events. We've got this arena over here where we do our PvP tourneys. We have a King of the Hill thing over there where the point is to get to the top. And then we have a mob versus player thing here where people will go in it and we'll get 70, 80 people in there, and we'll have a bunch of mobs that'll spawn in rounds, and they have to try and get through to the end, and we give prizes to the people at the end. It's pretty awesome.
This is very cool. I do like this. If any of you want to come join this server, even if you didn't want to play for like survival or PvP based, just come and play on here. This itself is pretty epic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to have something for everyone, and not a little something, a lot of something for everyone. So
yeah,
people enjoy it so far, and it's great. I love it.
It's just very good.
I don't know if you mind sharing or whatnot, but I do know we do have a lot of people who are kind of like tech people. If you could just explain a little bit of what kind of machine you run, anything, just if you don't mind.
Yeah, we're it's pretty much top of the line. We've got a solid state drive that runs everything off that instead of doing a RAM disk. They're about the same thing. We've got brand new quad core Xeon processors, 5600 series, and running on 8 threads, 16 gigs of RAM, and it just all the high end stuff. We pay a lot for the server and put a lot of care into the server, keeps the lag down, and it shows.
Yeah, so
it
guys,
definitely shows.
Got to help pay for that, so you should donate.
Yeah, we love the donators, and we try and get them some really cool perks. But even if you aren't going to donate, you're more than welcome to come by. There's plenty of people who can't donate, and they have a very good time too.
Yeah, it's a good server for you to go and join, even if you wasn't willing to donate. Because there's quite a few servers these days that unless you donate, you can't really do anything. Do you know what I mean? It's you're really restricted on what you could do. But so far, this server seems to be it don't matter whether you donate, don't donate, whether you become a helper, whatever. There'll always be something for you to do.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone can have a good time. We try to make sure everyone has accessibility to all that normal stuff. Have a great time, and then the people that donate, we really appreciate it. So we just give them some crazy, really nice perks, pretty much.
Yeah.
This is cool, guys. This is cool. So, is there anything else regarding on Anthony's side? Is there anything else you want to do a review on based upon their server at the moment?
Everything just seems like a great server. That's all I gotta really say. Everything runs fluidly. Seems amazing.
Is there anything else on your end that you want to show us?
We covered most of it. We could go through and run through each dungeon. We could run through each event. We could do all that stuff. It would take forever. We're constantly making new stuff. New stuff is constantly coming. We're working on bosses right now. We're working on tier 2 of our classes, and we're constantly working on server performance. New stuff is coming. There's always something to. Even if you go through and do everything, which would take a lot of time, you're gonna have something new real
What do
soon. So
I just captured some red block from the enemy team's thing. What do I do with it?
run back to the other side and where the other flag is, and take it there and cap the flag, man.
Okay. 'Cause I've been playing while we've been talking.
I've been doing just random walking around. But I do
Yes.
like this server. I mean, I'll put the IP in the description of the video, so you can all go and join. Even if you go and join and go, it's not for me, go and check it out first. Like, don't just base it on this video. Go and base it actually on your experience yourself. If that makes any sense, guys.
I think everyone we've had on here so far, they have a really good time, and I'm actually gonna have to take off soon here because we're going to be doing an event where monsters and bosses are going to be attacking Trade Town to have everyone go ahead and protect that and drop an
I think we
enchanted
should-
item. So
Jamie, I think we should film it and see what happens.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah,
cut this
that's
video
like
off any minute now, and then we'll film that as another video. But thank you ever so much for doing this sort of interview as such with us. Is it
absolutely,
highly
it's my
appreciated.
pleasure, guys. Anytime.
Obviously, their IP will be in the description.
And yeah, go check them out, guys.
All right.
Have a good
Peace.
one. See you later.
All right, take